All right, my friend, you are about to learn one of my top three handstand drills for beginners. I know it's hard to pick like a favorite, but this one undoubtedly will get you landing in your handstand far faster than kicking to the wall. I'll show you why. So, a lot of people do this when they first start. They say, okay, my hand's down, wall is here. So, if I can just kind of get my body up against the wall, I'm basically like one step away from doing a handstand. And what that trains is over kicking. It doesn't train you where to stop. The following drill, often referred to as twinkle toes, because we're just trying to tap the wall with a single foot, will teach the rest of your body where to stop. So here's how I measure it. I turn this way, I get my knees together, and I find where my pointed toe comes out to my knee. Okay, so my hands are actually going to go right here. So I'll turn around, hands going somewhere in this area. Now, when I kick up, watch the first demo here. I'm trying to land. The majority of my body is in this handstand line. The only thing that isn't is that foot that's touching the wall, and I just keep it connected. Try not to put your whole sole of your foot on the wall if you can. See if you can just arrive with the toe. Obviously, I arrive fairly smoothly because I've done this a million times. Here's what happens if you try to do this and you're too close. Quick demo, and then we'll get started. So I go in too close, and now I end up in this weird position. So we want to make sure we measure from here. We have 3 sets of 5 entries, and we will rest in between the 3. Okay, so first things first, let's measure. Okay, there's my toe. I see my knee. I'm going right below my knee. It's about right there. I'm going to put my foot there to mark. Turn around. I got where my hands are going. Not an exact science, but you get the idea. So hands are going right there. I'm going to kick up and find it. 1. I'm just going to touch the wall and come down. Learning how to move. 2. Moving into the proper position. 3, 4, and 5. Come on down. I actually get more winded doing entry work than I do holding, right? And you'll get there too, to the point where your stacked handstand is more efficient than coming in and out. So I actually get like, I can feel my heart rate when I'm kicking up and down, which is good, right? We want to get nice and warm. But I hope you can see the value of this drill versus flopping to the wall. We are now learning where to stop. So the rest of our body is stopping, and we're just using a very light relationship with the wall. The analogy I want you to think of here while we're resting is on your big toe, you have a Sharpie marker, and your job is to put one dot on the wall, just a single black dot with your Sharpie marker, or red or blue or whatever color you like. Okay, set number 2 here. I know where my hands go roughly. It's a little further out than my normal stance. I got my eyes going down. My hands are going down, and I'm going to kick up, find the wall. 1. Just touching it and tapping it and coming right back down. 2. Learning the proper calibration. 3, which we'll talk about in a second, but the proper calibration of the kick. 4. And 5. Okay? Set number 2, done. So when I say calibration, I mean, what is the amount of trajectory or force that you need to generate with your legs to stop in the ideal position? Now, if you go maximum force, maximum kick, that usually results in a pretty hard landing at the wall. It might put a hole in your sheetrock or, whatever surface you're on. If you kick too light, you don't get up. You don't get your hips and shoulders over. So it's this game of Goldilocks, right? We want to find what's the right amount of kick. And the wall is a great piece or a great tool to give you pieces of information. It gives you data. It will tell you where your handstand is if you're listening to it. If you do this and you thud, guess what? The data that we got says you kick too hard. Let's go final set. I want you to try to calibrate. We arrive and touch the wall, and then we will close out the video after these 5 kicks. Here we go. 1, 2. Ooh, that one was a little hard, Kyle. Let's back it off. There we go. 3, 4, and 5 for me. I'm going to come on down. Okay, so per usual, if this is your first time with Twinkle Toes, welcome to the path of freestanding balance. I have other versions of this drill that appear throughout this app, but the entry piece I include in the movement portion of the app because this is one of the most fundamental drills you can do to learn how to move and stop versus the method that you may have been doing before this, which is you kick to the wall, you kick hard enough to get to the wall, and then you pull off and try to find balance. That's fine, but if the wall weren't there, you'd kick over, right? So rather than kick to the wall, pull off and hover, how about we just learn how to stop in the right spot? And this is one of those calibration drills that that will absolutely get you there. Rewind this video, do it as many times as you need, and please be on the lookout for the other versions of Twinkle Toes that I have throughout this app. And I will see you on the next video.